House. I'm Athina and I'm grateful that you're here with me today. It has been a while, hasn't it? The last video I made was 2 months ago. So I'm here just to give a little update on what happened, why I disappeared, and why I'm going to disappear again for a bit. So life has been living. It was a roller coaster, not gonna lie. But the last video that I made it under great pain. So physically it started in March, that the place that I got surgery 8 years ago because of a hair that an ingrown hair that got infected a lot 8 years ago. I had to go take surgery a day before my 18th birthday, and so I had to spend the night there after surgery, and I was out cold for a month. For a month I could not walk, I could not sit, probably because it was painful. And so it healed a lot, and I never got the problem again. Sometimes it would, because it is the scar from 8 years ago is a little bit sensitive. Sometimes it would get a little bit infected again, just a little red, and then it would go away. But this time around it did not. It started itching a little bit in the beginning, then the pain came. I was able to sit when I leaned a little bit forward, because the place of the surgery was my butt. So I was able to sit a little bit forward. The pain this year was like, it came and went, and I thought, okay, it started to get better, then it got worse again, and I was like, why? Because my mother and my father couldn't see anything there, and I just felt pain, but there was nothing there. Then one day before Friday, the Friday before Christmas, Easter, I went to take, and I was like panicking already. I was scared that I would have to go take surgery again, because it was a painful experience 8 years ago, and it heals quite slow as well, and makes my butt more sensitive for a while. So I was scared because I wanted to film my videos for YouTube, because it is something that I enjoy doing, as well as sharing the knowledge that I've gained throughout the past 4 years that I have been interested in spirituality, tarot, and divination. And I also had my entrance exam for college, and I needed to study too, and to study I needed to sit. But yeah, it came what it came. My fear became the truth. The thing that I had 8 years ago came back at the same place, just a little bit smaller than the last time, and because we saw it fast, it didn't grow as big as 8 years ago. So the next day, when we discovered that it was the same thing as 8 years ago, I went to take surgery again. Thank goodness I just had to stay for the surgery, wait a little bit till I came back, because they they gave me laughing gas so that I would not feel as much pain while in the surgery, the little surgery. It was funny and a funny experience having laughing gas. I couldn't hold back my laughter at all. But yeah, after that I had to take medication. 3 times a day I had to take antibiotics with breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which destroyed my stomach. On Sunday, after the second, because I started taking the antibiotic on Friday after I went home from the emergency. Then I took one. Then the next one I took on Sunday morning, then lunch and dinner on Sunday, and then when it came to Saturday, and when it came to Sunday, lunch I took again, and I was starting to feel nauseous. I didn't eat well, and I was eating while standing because I could not sit down. Walking was a pain too because I also was on painkillers. Till Sunday evening, the pain subsided then, but I still had to take antibiotica till Thursday when I went to see the doctor to see how the wound was, because it was open. They cannot stitch it because it would be bad for my butt. So, and the wound only closed last week, and we are in May. I'm doing this video on Thursday the 30th of May, and last week also the whole wound closed completely, and I had surgery on April. I'm lying. It was on March 29th, I think. Yeah, it was March 29th. So it took a month for it to heal completely. I still feel sometimes a little bit of pain when I'm sitting for too long. That's why you see me when I am doing this or this, I am just adjusting myself so that it doesn't hurt too much. And after I've gotten a little bit better, I still couldn't film videos because you know me, I talk too much. When I say I'm making a short video, I'm making a long video. So I decided to not come back, say that hey, I'm fine, the surgery went well. And then I went to and while I was recovering from surgery, because I could not sit down yet, I started again to read for myself, because throughout the whole time I've been reading and making videos for YouTube, I have not been able to keep the practice of reading for myself, because every time I looked at the cards and thought I should read for myself, I was like, no, I'm seeing them already too much for my videos. I just cannot. I'm a little bit fed up with the cards. And when I was recovering from my surgery, I started to read for myself again, because I saw someone post something on the tarot and divination amino community that I'm in, link in the description if you are interested in it. I saw someone post there about a spread that talks about what type of tarot reader you are. And I was like, oh cool, I'm going to do this too when I'm feeling a little bit better. And when I was able to walk a little bit better, I laid down on my bed and read the cards in a different way than I normally do, because I could not move a lot. And so I read and I discovered that I tend to get distracted while doing my readings because I'm not grounded enough, and I can also be a little bit confusing when I am conveying my message, is what more or less the spread told me. And I was like, oh, okay, I have to start from new. I need to change my reading style and see how I can be less distracted when I'm doing readings, and how to be more grounded so that I can give readings, because I don't want to confuse anyone when I am doing pick a card readings here on my channel. So then I also started doing some other readings for myself, and it would always come up that I needed to rest, that I am burnt out. Basically, the whole physical thing about getting again the thing from 8 years ago was a divine intervention, because I was burnt out, but I kept on going on a low battery, and then the divine thought, okay, we need to stop her. We need to get something for her so that she stops doing too much. So that's why I had to get surgery. It was the divine intervention telling me I needed a break from doing readings and videos. And so I did. I started to read for myself again. And when I thought, hey, I'm feeling better, I did a reading again for myself, and it said, no, the healing is not over yet. Because while I was in the period of reading for myself, because I couldn't do readings for YouTube or do other videos for my channel, it came also up that I needed this break because I needed to reflect and heal some things that I have been neglecting while I was doing my videos for YouTube and my pick a card readings. I neglected some of my own healing work, my own shadow work. And so the divine intervention came here for me to take a break so that I don't burn myself further out than I am ready was, and also because I needed to reflect and heal some things anyways. And so I started to reflect upon how I am as a reader and how I wanted to change my reading style, and also some healing that I needed to do. And then when I was able to sit again for a little while, I started to study because of my entrance exam that I had this month in May. It was the 21st of May was my entrance exam for college, and I was like, okay, folks, I'm still taking a break. I need still to do some healing. And while I was doing studying as well as reflecting and reading for myself, I came the day when I got paired with someone to do a reading trade for our community, because there was a person missing, so that we could do the trade workshop that we have there, where you are paired with a person once a week to do a reading for a reading. So I did the reading for that person, and I told them, hey, I'm changing my reading style. Please do give me feedback on how it was, so that I know how I'm doing, what I can better, and so on and so forth. And then they did a reading for me too. The reading was overly positive. It said that I needed to work hard on some things and reflect on some things, but after the hard work, I would be financially stable, I would have a working career, and I would spend the time with someone, a romantic partner that I don't know yet about, and would be happy. And I don't know why, but this triggered something in me, and my mental health deteriorated fast. I started to loop back into my past self, the thoughts that I had in my past. I'm going to brush over it because I'm going to do another video about how I healed myself, and where I'm going to talk a little bit more about what were those thoughts, because I need to put a trigger warning. And so I'm going to brush over, but my thoughts kept spiraling down and down and down, and I was down in the dumps for quite some time. I was thinking to myself, hey, how did I manage to be that positive? I cannot be. I was really pessimistic. I did not see any positivity anymore. It was like I was back to my past self, and even though I worked so much to be a little bit more positive, to see, hey, life is not all that bad and things get better, like my optimism just took a leave, and my pessimism was more present, and I was struggling really, really hard with my thoughts. I was not able to change my thoughts. I just kept spiraling down and down and down. And even though I've done the work previously, I was like, how did I do this again? How can I be optimistic again? I don't remember how did I do it. I was lost with my thoughts. Even though my physical health got better, my mental health just decided to say bye. So that's also a reason why I didn't come back to film any videos. So the only thing that kept me going was because now I'm going to talk about how I overcame my mental health problem, because the physical health is something that I knew, well, I just needed to wait and let my body do the thing to heal itself, because I knew my body could heal from this again. So, but the mental thing is something that I have to put in work as well to make it work. So the only thing that kept me really going was, sorry, maybe it doesn't interest you, but it is an example on how you may be able to, when you are going through hard times, to get through those hard times, because I assure you it gets better. The conclusion to the whole story will be at the end of the video. So the only thing that kept me going was, let me show you, because I printed this out and I put it on my wall so that I could see it every day, so that I could go through with studying, and just because I gave up on my thoughts, because I didn't know how to change my thoughts from overly pessimism to optimistic again. I just kept my thoughts, okay, you know, you want to be sad, you want to be pessimistic. I let my mind to do what it wanted to do, but to keep me going to study and then rest after the study, because I still had my physical condition that I couldn't sit. I watched my favorite VTuber, him. It says here, do it for him. Someone on Twitter posted this, and I was like, oh, cool. I saved it and then thought, hey, I'm going to print it and put it on my wall and use him as a way of motivating myself, because I had the plans, hey, I have my entrance exam coming, and I want, because he always says, and moreover, he is a live streamer. So my VTuber, he when he's live streaming, people send in him donations, super chats, where they talk about their accomplishments that they passed the job interview and they getting a new job, or that they passed their entrance exam, or that they are graduating. And he would always congratulate everyone and say how proud he is of us. And when someone needed motivation, he would say that wherever we are, he would always be there somewhere, cheering us on, and so on and so forth. And I didn't know that when he was giving his encouraging speech through a live stream, I started ugly crying because it was something that I needed to hear, because it hit me that I needed someone cheering for me, because apparently I somehow thought and felt that there was no one cheering for me. And when he said that, it made me cry, because I knew that even if he doesn't know me, just me being there in the chat and sometimes writing stuff, he is cheering for all of his viewers. He is hoping that we all get to achieve our dreams, and he's also the kind of person that is really kind to us. And he always, when he ends his live streams, he always says that if you can do one thing for me today, please be kind to yourself. And I'm getting emotional. And then people on Twitter, because I'm started following the viewers as well on Twitter, and we kept liking each other's posts and talking about what we are doing in the day. People clip some of his live streams, and also when he is on the live streams of his friends. And then there was a clip where he and his friend were there, and he said, "Hey, there is me and this person here, cheering you on, being proud of you and what you do." And when I was down in the dumps, I would loop this video where he talked about cheering us on. He and his friend being there for us in the background, cheering us on and being proud of us. I've repeated that many times, and he also, from a game that I watched, because I am catching up on some of his live streams from the past, from 2 years ago, because he's currently a little bit busy with other work behind the scenes, so he's not streaming. So I'm watching his past videos. In one of those games, when he finished the game, there was a song that started to play with the piano and a person singing. The song was really, really beautiful, and it struck a nerve in him because he sniffled a little bit. He got a little bit emotional. And on the next stream, on the next day, he said that the song stuck to him so much that he recorded a cover of it and posted it on Twitter. But because Twitter is a bitch, from a certain point of a specific date, I cannot watch the past tweets that he posted, and so I was not able to see the song in his voice. But thank goodness to the fans that I'm following, someone reposted that, and I was able to save it in the bookmarks. And it was a beautiful song, and it really touched me, and I kept listening to that song while going through my mental health problems. And the clips of him encouraging us, saying that he will always be proud of us, and wherever we are, if it's now 10 years from now, that he will always be cheering us on and wishing us the best. I just kept looping that, and at that point of time when I was really low and listening to his song, it made me want to sing the song too. So I practiced a little bit and sang the song and posted it on Twitter. as well. And so I was still down in the dumps, but I was trying to do my things and say, hey, look, I'm going to have the entrance exam of college. I want to do this as well and this. So I want to accomplish that, so that one day when I'm able to send him a donation, I can say, hey, thank you for being there for me through my hardest times. Thanks to you, I was able to push through um, my rough times and smile and laugh again, and say and be proud and say proudly that I passed my entrance exam of college and that I also accomplished this and that dream. And so I started thinking about, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it for him, because it says here, do it for him. But because I know I should not do it for someone else but for myself, I used him as an excuse for myself. Every time I say I'm going to do it for him so that he is proud of me, I would say right afterwards, I'm not doing it for him, I'm doing it for myself so that I can be proud of myself. So I used him as a stepping stone so that I could do it for myself, because I was not able to do it for myself because I was so down in the dumps with my mental health, and it was spiraling, and I didn't know how to stop it. It was like I just completely forgot how to fight back, and I kept on going for a little bit. Let me drink a little bit of water. I'm sorry. While I was doing this on repeat, I got fed up with my thoughts. I had enough of my thoughts being down in the dumps and making me sad constantly. That I decided to, because some of you may know and some of you may not know. At the end of November 2023, I went to Brazil alone for the first time. I took a flight alone for the first time as well. Normally, I would always fly with my parents, where we went to vacation to Brazil, or when we went to Greece for vacation. So it was the first time I traveled alone. I wanted to film when I was there in Brazil, but I just could not. There was just too many things that came in between. I got also sick once, twice even. It was really, really hot, and I also took my books with me to study there. And sometimes it was just too hot and I could not function at all. And so I just decided to enjoy my time there with my family, well, my relatives. And in January I came back, and I came back to filming as well. And normally the past 2 years I did it for 2022 and 2023. I did a vision board with the things that I wanted to manifest in my life, with some affirmations as well and some encouraging quotes to make things happen and to also be there for me. But because when I came back it was already January and I had not the papers that I needed to do my vision board, I kept on slacking and procrastinating on my vision board. So I made just a little piece of paper where I wrote the goals that I wanted to achieve for this year, and left it there, and I didn't make a vision board at all. And when I started to be fed up with my constant looping thoughts of pessimism and not knowing how to overcome this again, I was like, okay, I'm fed up. I had an idea of something that I wanted to do, and when I also later on, when I got the papers that I wanted to use for a vision board, I still kept on procrastinating. Also because I could not sit, so I could not do my vision board. But when I was now a little bit more healed and able to sit, I took one of the papers that my mother got from her workplace, and I started to make, instead of a vision board, I made a positivity board, because I needed some positivity and optimism back into my life, because I was not able to do this from my own strength. I needed something to look at to give me the positivity that I was lacking, because my thoughts just kept spiraling into negativity. So I took my old vision boards and searched up some of the quotes that I had on them that I thought, hey, I would like to have this on my positivity board. Some, because I sometimes lack a little bit of self-discipline, and I'm a procrastinator, so I searched for some quotes that show determination and self-discipline and other things from my old vision boards. And then I searched some other things also on the internet, some positivity, some affirmations, saved those pictures from Google into a file and printed it out. Then I put it on my paper, and then I saw, hey, I still have some space left that looks a little bit empty. And so I picked up my daily affirmation circle oracle deck that I have from Ball Life Switzerland, from Vanessa Semina, and shuffled some affirmations to write down on my positivity board. My positivity board looks like this. There are some affirmations, some quotes, then you see my writing, where I filled up the affirmations with the cards that I shuffled from my deck. I wrote it down, put it on my wall, and every time I saw it, I would stare at it, and the affirmations and the quotes, I would say it in my mind a few times. And after that, and also listening to music that was encouraging and have a positive effect on me. I think I talked about this in my other videos, that I have a playlist called Positive Vibes, where I have encouraging messages from songs that have encouraging messages. You saw sometimes me also shuffling a deck with those songs. I made on my private account on YouTube, not this one here, I made a playlist because I saw myself struggling and someone else struggling as well with mental health issues on Twitter. Someone that also is a fan of the same VTuber I follow, and I thought, hey, I have this playlist that I listen to when I'm down in the dumps. Maybe it can help someone else as well. So I made a playlist on YouTube with those songs and shared it on Twitter with everyone, and I kept listening to those songs. I looked at my positivity board. I always thought about, hey, I want to make him proud, but in reality I'm making myself proud, not him. And using the song that he covered on Twitter to boost me up, and use that as a way to overcome it, what I was going through. And lo and behold, it worked. So I am finally proud to say that I overcame my mental health issue for now. And then it's when I also started to realize that those thoughts were thoughts that I had in the past, and they were coming back to me because I needed to heal them again, because healing is not something that is linear. You don't start and it doesn't go like this, a straight line. You go, you come back, you fall down, you go up, you come back, and so on and so forth. But you are making progress, because I was able to overcome my mental health issues a lot faster than I did in the past. And I also had to be like, when my thoughts started to get negative, and I was like, shut up, brain, it's not the time for you to be negative again, I'm fed up with you. I really had to shut my negative thoughts down in this similar manner to be able to overcome it. And with all the things that I counted now, I was able to overcome this mental struggle. I continued to study for my entrance exam. I did my entrance exam, and I'm filming this on the 30th of May. It's a Thursday. On Monday, let me see again. Monday the 27th of May, I received the notification that I passed my entrance exam. And I was so beyond the moon. I was so happy. Also, I bought merch with him on, and I saw that it arrived here in Switzerland, the merch that came from Japan. And I was so happy, like, finally, some good news. I passed my entrance exam. I'm going to college, and I'm going to study again, and maybe finally find something with my career. I'm getting my merch. Tomorrow is what I thought on Monday. And I was like, finally, things are looking up again after all this struggle with the physical health and the mental health. Finally, there's sun shining again. And that's why I thought to myself, hey, maybe I can make a video like this to show, hey, if you are struggling with something and you are able to find a stepping stone, like I am using him. It says do it for him, but in reality I'm doing it for myself. I use just him as an excuse to be myself in another expression, like a mirror. It is him, but in reality it's me. I hope that makes sense. So because I want to make him proud, in reality I'm not making him proud, I'm making myself proud of my accomplishments, and so on. So if you are able to find a way on how to use this, what I taught to you, for your own good, make a positivity board. If you are struggling with your mental health, put in some affirmations, some positive quotes that you find on the internet. Look at things and watch things that comforts you, that brings you to smile, to laugh again. Use whatever is available to you as a help to overcome and to go through things when they are hard. It makes it a little bit easier, and then you will see that you are going to overcome it. So if you have something that you really love and like, work hard on the things that need to be worked on, and then when you are resting, watch things that bring you positivity, that bring you a smile on your face. Surround yourself also with people that are there for you, that when you say, hey, I'm not feeling well, that are going to give you hugs, even if it's virtual hugs, how I receive them on Twitter. It's going to work out. You are going to overcome it like I did myself. So I used my favorite VTuber as a stepping stone in a way, and my own idea of the positivity board, to be able to overcome my mental struggle. And I was able to pass my entrance exam. And I'm going to go back to study in college from September on. So when the time's coming near of September, I'm going to make another video and explain how I'm going to do because I want to continue my YouTube channel. I don't want to let it die out, because I worked so hard on it and I improved so much, and I want to keep on improving and hopefully be of hope to someone out there that needs to know, hey, she was able to overcome it, I can do it too. If I'm able to help one person, even if it's just one person, then I'm going to do it. So I will continue, just slightly different when I'm going back to studying. But before that, we have a lot of time. Just that this is going to be my last video for now, because in June I will be going with my parents, this time to Brazil for a month, so I won't be able to film. And because I also thought, hey, after I pass my entrance exam and after I finish my entrance exam, I was like, should I start filming again? But it doesn't make sense if I start filming again and then disappear again out of thin air, so I decided to not start again. But because I overcame all this thing, I was thinking, hey, should I make a video about this? So I, on the community tab, if some of you may have known, I wrote there when I was sick and why I didn't film, as well as I started to pull some collective messages there, because I feel a little bit bad that I just went and disappeared. I'm not doing any readings for you. So, and then I asked, hey, I passed my entrance exam. I talked a little bit about what was going on, and I overcame a lot of things. Would someone be interested in how I overcame my difficult times and struggles? Because literally what happened on Monday was like the struggles were finally lifted and the sun was shining again for me, and it was such an amazing experience, and an amazing example to show others, hey, after struggles there are going to be good things coming. So that's why I wanted to make this video, but I was unsure would people be interested in, because I'm also talking about my life and updating on my life that happened from the past 2 months that I was going through. Would someone be interested in a life update, and also on how I overcame all the struggles? And someone was kindly enough to see my community tab and said, yeah, make the video. So I'm making this video for you. You know who you are that liked the community tab post and voted for me to make this video. This one is for you and for everyone else who clicked on it because they saw, hey, she posted again. What is this all about? Let's see. So here it is. I'm going to make another video, don't worry, about how I healed myself, where I really am going to talk deep onto what happened to me that I needed to heal in the first place, and what sources I used to heal. Because now I'm just stating here, yeah, watch. I have my favorite VTuber, that's me being a nerd, and then here is me being spiritual with my positivity board. But there's also a process that I started doing 4 years ago, that I have sources that I used, and I want to share it with you, because it is something additional for those that are struggling with mental health issues. I always recommend to search for a therapist, to get the psychologist, the psychiatrist, I don't know, to have a professional, and use my videos as an addition to what you're already doing with the professional. So this too is just an addition of something that you can do to help you more. And the next video that I'm going to do about how to heal yourself is probably how I'm going to name it. It's going to be a video where I'm going to talk about what I went through that needed healing, what sources I found that helped me overcome this, because I was not able to have a therapist because it's really expensive. Don't do it like myself. If you are able to get a therapist, I'm thinking of getting myself too when I am in a financial more stable position. And now I'm just helping myself struggle alone till I have this word. If you are able to, don't hesitate to get help. It's totally fine to get help from a professional. So I talked a lot again, but I really needed to get this off my chest. And yeah, in June I'm going to be in Brazil again, but I will continue to post on the community tab some collective messages here and there. I also going to be a little bit more active on Instagram and TikTok. All the links to my social medias are down below, except for the Twitter account, because that's my private account. It's also the one that I have the positivity vibes playlist on. I'm thinking of making the positivity vibes playlist on this channel too, so if you ever want to listen to the songs that I'm listening to encourage yourself and boost a little bit of the optimism, I'm going to make it. Just watch out for it. It's just music where there. So I hope that you like this video. I hope that it was of help. Thank you for being so patient with me and waiting for me to come back. I really missed you guys, and I hopefully going to see you in my next video in July. Bye!